Oh, well, it's me, the old Deplorable Basket Case here. Now, last night, I posted a video called Conceding the Election. It was a bad video. It was rambling. It was not at all well put together. I must admit I was not really in my right mind when I made that video, having a lot of stresses dealing with family and so forth. Anyway, the election is not over. The election is over when every single vote has been counted and every single legal process has been gone through. Now, the media have been so amazingly eager to call this election. I read an article yesterday, which was part of what set me off on making that badly made video, by some guy writing about Republicans in Arizona saying it's time for Republicans to walk away. Now, in the middle of this article, the guy wrote that as he was writing that article, there were still 100,000 votes left to count in Arizona. So the same media that has been trying to redo the last election for 4 years is trying to call this election before it's even finished. That ain't right. Now, there are still legal processes to go through. For example, recounts. There are a lot of people who are saying that Donald Trump will win in the recounts, alleging massive Democratic voter fraud. Now, in that badly made video, I did allude to Democratic voter fraud and the likelihood that there has been more Democratic voter fraud in this election, as well as in previous elections. I'm certain there has been. The Democratic Party went to a great deal of trouble and effort to enable voter fraud in Pennsylvania. For example, forcing Republican vote watchers out of polling stations, which is illegal, which the Trump campaign sued over, which they won over. Also, the whole thing about mail-in ballots. The Democrats changed the rules in the middle of the election, allowing mail-in ballots, even if they did not have a legible postmark, which is absolutely insane. Famously, it went up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court essentially got a hung jury, so it went back down to the lower court, which is a democratically appointed judge. And so they basically had a reprieve until post-election lawsuits and recounts, in which case it might go right back to the Supreme Court. Only now, Amy Coney Barrett has joined the Supreme Court, or will join the Supreme Court by the time that happens, probably, and then there will be a new ruling. So, has there been massive Democratic voter fraud? If even half the things that I've heard about are true, yes. Will Donald Trump win in the recounts? Possibly. It could happen. I don't know for certain. In a completely non-scientific way, my gut says yes. I've learned to trust my gut. So I'll tell you what. If you want to make a bet with me, I'll bet you $50. Give me your odds. Let me see, there's something else I was going to say. Remember what? Oh, right. I'm going to reiterate. Recounts are good. Okay? The only reason to actively resist a recount is if you are afraid that your voter fraud is going to be discovered and you will lose thereby. That's the only reason to resist a recount. I'm completely in favor of recounts. I was in favor of recounts in 2016. I'm in favor of recounts now. Democracy is not so durable that taking precautions could ever hurt. Well, I suppose as a universal rule, that's not entirely true, but in our situation now, taking extra precautions is a good thing. Democracy is important. Protecting our democracy is vital, and every extra step taken to do that is good. So I'm entirely in favor of recounts. I expect we will be seeing a lot of recounts, and I think that we are going to discover a massive amount of Democratic voter fraud, and in the end, Trump will win. I don't actually have any definitive proof of this. Like I said, I'm going on my gut on this, and the recent history of the Democratic Party. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what turns out. And like I said, I got $50. Give me your odds. Have a good day, and God bless.